In just under 2 hours, the body of Her Majesty the Queen will be taken from Buckingham Palace, drawn by a horse, drawn by 7 black horses, accompanied by the bands of the Grenadier Guards and the Scots Guards down the Mall, to the tune of funeral marches by Chopin, Beethoven, Mendelssohn. She will go through Horse Guards Parade, where the King's Life Guard will give a royal salute as the coffin passes through Horse Guards Arch at the bottom of the Mall. And then she will travel past the statue of King Charles I, who's looking down the Mall, down Whitehall, past the office of the Prime Minister, past number 10 Downing Street, towards Parliament, where she will begin the process of lying in state, which will start at 5 o'clock this afternoon and continue for 4 days. At every minute, there will be a single artillery round. We will hear Big Ben chiming throughout the march, and a lot of the march will be conducted in silence. Planes are not going to be flying over London, over central London, so the airspace will be quiet. I imagine it will be a very subdued parade, and it will be an astonishing spectacle. The first part of the statement of the end of the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, and a demonstration of family unity and solidarity in the face of so much tittle-tattle going on around the edges of the media conversation, some alarming stories about redundancies in Clarence House, about getting irritated with a fountain pen. All of these things ratcheted out of all proportion because the news wants something new to talk about. It's not content to keep churning out stories. Actually, there are endless stories that one can churn out about Her Majesty the Queen and about the planned future and the preparations that Charles III has made for his reign. There's so much one can say, books can be written. I've got a number of them upstairs. And this sort of tittle-tattle is not worthy of us. And it's the tittle-tattle which does the rounds of the foreign news desks, of course. And again, as foreign news desks are concerned, there are bigger stories to cover. We need to be looking at what is happening in Ukraine. The troops of Ukraine are now advancing into the Donbass itself. And we need to be prepared for either a capitulation by Russia, which I think is unlikely, or a significantly harder response, which I think is very likely. And the powers surrounding Putin are urging that knee-jerk, aggressive reply. And I think the world could well be horrified. We in turn simply need to get on with what we're doing. That is the message of the Queen. Tighten your belt and get on with the job at hand.